Morning. Morning, Fred. Everyone missed you, buddy. Come here. Everyone missed you. Oh, yeah. What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. Today is actually Saturday, the day after, or a couple days after Thanksgiving here. I got another Thanksgiving to go to. I'm excited about that. Eat some more. But they're talking snow. So today we got to work on getting this dually all set up. I got to fluid film it, get a couple things set up on it. Got to put the salter in there, make sure the salter even works, because I have never had the salter in this truck yet. So let's get our day started and get tagging along with this. Alright, so first things first, I picked up my tire for my loader. Palms really hooked me up and they had it done in a day, which was pretty awesome. I didn't expect that. But gotta get that tire on because I'm going to need my loader to put the salter on, for the simple fact that I can't use my skid loader to put it in, because once I'm in the skid loader, I can't get out to unhook anything, and I don't have any extra help today. My wife's here obviously, but she's busy watching our son. So let's get this tire back on and then keep going with our day here. For sure I need to get that truck fluid filmed. I refuse to drive that truck in the salt without some type of protection on it. And this tire is very heavy. Oh, that's right, I need to jack it up first. See if we can lift her again. Yeah, this tire, it's loaded with beet juice, which is nice for that extra weight to have on the machine. But not nice to get the tire back on. I can't even lift this frickin' one. Those solid tires I put on the skid loader the other day, those were a little lower on the weight side. These, not so much. It's crazy when you got some leverage on what you can accomplish. My grandpa once told me, with enough leverage you can move the world. When I was a young kid, I didn't know what the heck he meant by that. You know, I miss my grandpa. My grandpa sadly has passed away now for a little while. But all you guys know that those old timers, they always had some of the best sayings. One of my grandpa's most famous sayings, which might hurt some feelings, but it's the truth. He always said, it's okay to be stupid, you just don't have to prove it. And as a young kid, you know, that kind of crushes your feelings. But as you get older, you start to understand on what he meant by that. Alright, first task of the day completed. Secondly, what I want to do is take these running boards off the truck. Running boards are for short people. My wife and I are both in the 6-foot area, so needless to say, those are not needed. I'm trying to rush today because sounds like it's supposed to start snowing around like 2 a.m. between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. Sunday morning, and today's Saturday, but I have another party to go to, Thanksgiving party to go to. Okay, that's weird. These must not be metric. If that's the case, I got all the standard sockets. So grab a 3/4, 13/16 and 11/16. See if that gets us anything. I'm going with 3/4. Which that's, what kind of oddball size is this? Well, let's see here. Let's try this 19 on there again. This is a 19? Yeah. Oh, I needed an 18. That's why I'm getting all confused over here. Now I have a small little 1/2-inch drive impact. Where did I put that thing? Here it is. Let me give this a try right here. Gonna need an extension for sure, which that's gonna rob some power from this. But let's see what we can do here. There we go, it's an 18. Alright, it did it. Thank God for Southern rust-free trucks. I'm like blown away. That came off that easy. Some stuff fell apart, but you'll have that on those bigger jobs. Yep, I think, I personally think running boards are kind of dumb. Yeah, look at that. Look how clean that is. That is just mind-blowing to me. Right on. That's one side. Yeah, that makes the truck look a little bit nicer in my opinion too. When I start fluid filming this, I'm not sure how much I'm going to show you guys, just for the fact that when you're underneath there you get so much overspray. I'm going to be wearing a respirator. I'm going to have everything going on. I might set you up on like a little tripod on a time lapse underneath the truck. We're not going to be wearing the head cam just because there's going to be so much fluid film like getting all over me, so it's just not obviously not good on the equipment or on the camera. So one thing at a time here. I mean, come on you guys, if this was a Wisconsin truck, this bolt would look nothing like that. It's just mind-blowing to me. So the main reason why I want to take these running boards off, for any of you guys wondering, two things. I'm a tall person, I don't need them. Secondly, for plowing snow, what happens is all the snow and salt and buildup gets built up on these running boards and holds it up against these rockers. Obviously GM is known for having rusty rockers, so I'm trying to prevent that as much as possible. I don't have my, I ordered some plugs because I'm planning on drilling some holes in the rockers here and just loading the rockers full of fluid film, because I don't know if you guys know, rockers rust from the inside out. They're never going to rust from the outside in, so if you can prevent all the rust from inside, the better. You know, at least put like a layer of protection inside the rockers. That helps you out so much. But I'm going to at least be getting the frame done and the hole underneath of the cab. I'm going to kind of leave the front end alone, just for the fact that the truck's going to the shop on Monday to get the front end rebuilt. I don't think the mechanics would be too happy to have fluid film all over it, so I'm going to kind of leave that alone for right now. But when I get the truck back, obviously we got a couple things to do by filling these rockers and whatever else. Another thing I need to do on this truck, take this tonneau cover off. Obviously I can't have that on there with the salt there, so another thing on the to-do list. Bada bing, bada boom, that's done. Yeah, that makes the truck look so much nicer in my opinion. You know, everyone has their opinions on what looks good, what doesn't. Does that make it easier for me to get in the truck? Yes, it does. I'm closer to it. Yeah, that is way nicer. Way nicer. And then I can just slide out. Yeah. Should have done that a long time ago. How does this thing work now? I don't use these tonneau covers too much. Oh, okay. Just a little thing like that. Alright, what size do we need to take these off? 7/16. Yeah, this little impact works good for doing stuff like this. It's actually a small little 1/2 inch impact, but the thing doesn't really make enough steam to be used as a 1/2 inch. So I just put a 1/2 inch to 3/8 adapter on there and use the gun like that. Works out pretty slick. 7/16 and 1/2 inch. Now I'm looking at it, I'm gonna say 1/2 inch, but no, that might be 7/16. Let's see here. Nope, it's half. My eyes aren't eyeing today. Another thing I gotta do is my salter, I gotta build like an extension underneath it to fit over the gooseneck ball there. It does have a release in the bed here, but that's seized up, and yeah, I don't feel like screwing around with that today. Man, I gotta shed a layer. It was really cold out this morning. It was down in the 20s. And it doesn't sound too cold right now. But like 2 weeks ago, it was in the 80s. So that feels pretty frigid right now at this moment. I don't really know where to go with it right now, so we're just gonna set it there. Checklist item done. Keep checking things off, and eventually you'll reach all your goals, right? Okay, back of the truck's emptied. Eventually I will have to take this tailgate off and the hitch off, or the actual hitch off. But the reason for taking the tailgate off is because the salter hangs out, and there's obviously the piece that hangs down on the ground. You can't have the bump or the tailgate on. So another thing I'd like to get done today as well is, yesterday was Black Friday, and I'm an avid Black Friday shopper. Not really, it's just an excuse to go out and buy some more tools, so that's what I went and did. Got a pretty good deal on it at Harbor Freight. They had a pretty good sale going on, so went and bought some stuff. Some of it I don't need, but I bought it to make a complete set of what I have, and I'm lacking a lot of metric tools. So get this stuff all put away quick. I have some metric sockets and everything, but missing some, and yada yada yada. So I just went out and bought stuff to replace what I got, and I don't have any metric wrenches. I have this little basic set right here, but that is it. So I like to have where I have a set of fixed wrenches, you know, where they don't have anything in them, it's just a normal box end wrench. And then I like to get some a set of gear wrenches. I know Harbor Freight, for all you mechanics, like full-time mechanics, tools are junk. For me, they work. I don't use them every day like that, and I'm able to still have a lifetime warranty on the stuff, which for me, I think that's pretty slick. Because when that stuff does break, because it does, don't get me wrong on that, it does break, but you just bring it back in and away you go with a new one. So I'm not going to argue with them at all on that. Nope, it doesn't fit, which I figured it wouldn't, so that's why I went out and bought these wrench organizers as well. I think, yeah, I'm going to have to trim a little bit off. So what I do there is I just get an angle grinder, the cutoff wheel, and trim a little bit off. Oh, and also for any of you guys with cordless grinders, for you guys that use the tool to put the wheels on, you don't need to do that. Literally, you just need to put them on hand tight. It'll never come apart. I've never had one come apart. Just kind of go somewhere in here like so. Oh! There we go. It fits! Maybe I did cut too much off. Whatever. Those wrenches can just hang out on the side. Don't matter to me. Because realistically, after you get to 10, how many times are you really using any of these other wrenches? I mean, I've got wrenches all the way down to 6mm. Those can just hang out on the side. Bada bing, bada boom, I like it. I like it a lot. What am I gonna do with these wrenches now? What we'll do is we'll just grab these and we will throw these into my little junk drawer of a toolbox. I call this like my little junk drawer. You never know when you're gonna need extra, and uh-oh, I got too much stuff in there. That'll work. Another thing I bought was a 20-ton bottle jack. Reason for that is because I don't have one on my truck, and I went this whole summer with the possibility of blowing a tire and not having a way to lift the trailer up. It was just something that I thought about last minute, so I got one now, which is nice. Get that put in the truck now. Kind of funny with this service truck, I've always, as a little kid, I always thought service trucks, or like trucks with utility beds on this, were just so neat, and it's just kind of cool to have that dream become a reality. So kind of slowly start putting a truck together and getting it to where you want it to be. That truck's good enough for now. My main priority today is getting this thing fluid filmed. So let's get that stuff set up and get that ball rolling. All right, guys, I guess I'll show you kind of what I do. I have this roll air compressor that works fantastic for doing this. It has plenty of power to keep up with spraying the fluid film. I just kind of roll it over here to the truck to kind of middle point and fire her up and start spraying. I'll get you guys kind of set up on a time lapse underneath the truck. I'll take you guys off right now, kind of show you a underneath shot of the truck so you can see what it kind of looks like. There's like really there is like no rust on this truck at all, so kind of want to preserve that as much as possible. But yeah, I'll get something set up kind of somewhere down there maybe, and kind of get a time lapse with me spraying. So I didn't show this, but this is the applicator gun. It's got a little reservoir on the bottom here. You fill it up. That's maybe like a quart, maybe a little bit less than that. And then this tip here, you can adjust on how much sprays out and everything, and it's just got a trigger, and you just pull the trigger and away you go. But yeah, like I said, this roll air compressor keeps up really well with it. But yeah, you can see kind of gets like a yellow tinge to it. Eventually over time it kind of gets like a blackish color to it, probably just from the dirt and everything accumulating to the stuff. I can kind of show you on my Ford here, because I did the same thing to my Ford last year. You can kind of see like the frame just gets black and kind of like gooey looking. So the yellow color that's on there, that's not a big deal to me. I'd rather have the yellow wool wax or fluid film on there than orange rust. So right, well, now we need to get the loader out of the garage, get that thing fired up, which today is cold, so I'm not sure how well that's going to happen. But I gotta get all this stuff moved and get back to my salter, which is back there. Before I put the salter into the truck, I need to go to Menards and get some 6x6s or 4x4s to clear the gooseneck ball that's in this truck. This handle right here is froze up, and that handle is what releases the ball to be able to flip the ball over. Right now I don't have enough time to mess around with that, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of make like little extensions for that salter to sit up. Another thing I need to do is these little loops that are right there where my finger is pointing. The ratchet straps that I have, those do not fit through that, so I need to get like some smaller clevises to go through there. Yada yada yada, you guys get the idea. But it is a little after 11 right now. It's 11:43. My family Thanksgiving's at 2, so I got to keep moving here in order to go get some turkey tonight. Well, I actually changed my mind here. I'm gonna run to Home Depot and go get a 4x4, so that way I have that. Once everything gets moved, all I gotta do is put it on the bottom of the salter and get the salter in the back of the truck. Should be pretty simple. Right, let's head off to Home Depot here. All right, just got here to Home Depot. Kind of measured out what I needed. I'm gonna get a 4x4 by 8 foot, and then a couple leg bolts and some fender washers. That should work out pretty good. And then another thing I noticed too, just before I left, is I thought I needed to get some clevises for these hooks down here in the bed. No, I don't. That one was just bent. I was able to bend it back out and we're good to go. So those ratchet straps will work. So, all right. I just thought that was crazy and how you procrastinate so much and snow's not coming, and then the weatherman says it's coming. You're like, oh crap, and then you're in a mad rush to get everything ready. It's just how it goes. Parked at the complete wrong end of Home Depot. Hi there.
I'm sorry.
And I don't need a bag for anything. I guess that door doesn't open. I often wonder, like when I go out in public with a camera on my head, and what people are thinking or wondering. Because I know if I saw someone walking around with a camera on their head, I'd be like, what are they doing? What? Making YouTube videos. Let's head back home and continue on here. Another thing I needed to do was I need to get my four-wheeler plow out of the shed, which I know that's not going to be an easy task because that is buried in that shed from last winter, but it's got to be done, so we'll get her done. Just getting back home here. I'm going to take the tailgate off right away before I walk up there. These are pretty simple to take off. Just a little clip there, slide that doohickey off, and then go around, get everything fired up and start moving stuff out of the way. I used to know that the tailgate will never rust. It'll never be on the truck in winter. See how this old 7.3 fires up today. I think it got down to like 21 degrees last night. A lot of people say these 7.3s aren't good at starting in the cold. Knock on wood. This thing's been pretty reliable for starting without being plugged in. There she goes. Took a little bit to get going, but she's fired up. Get the skid loader fired up, move that, move the trailer. I think maybe first what we should do is try getting the loader fired up. I'm gonna grab some of this, some liquid booger sugar, and she'll come to life. Like I said in my previous video, this machine doesn't have any glow plugs, grit heater, anything like that. And then this machine, I'm pretty sure this thing has, last time I looked, it's like 8,000 hours on this machine. So she's getting up there in hours. See how she starts today. A little booger sugar. Fires right up. That should be plenty right there. gonna let this machine run and warm up a little bit. Then use the loader with the forks to get the rest of the stuff. Just works out better that way. Set this thing right down here. Uh-oh, stuck in something. Not anymore. Moment of truth here. Let's see if this thing works in the truck. Tell you what, it's scary lifting something over the side of a bed of a truck. Eventually I'd like to have a flatbed in this truck. Looks like I gotta come ahead a little bit more. I'm gonna start letting it down though, because you'll naturally go out. Nope, it's gotta come out a little bit. Set it down and I'll move the rest of it with my hand. Sweet! Alright, so it's gotta come out and over a little bit. Wow. Heavier than I thought it was. Alright, let's get this thing strapped down and then we'll get the plow mounted on it, get the cover on it, and we're just about ready to go plow this snow that they speak of. Now let's see if these things are long enough. Doesn't look like we're gonna have any luck here. Dang it. Not even a chance. I gotta get some straps. Well, I gotta go to the hardware store, get some straps for this, because these were cut and they're short. I might as well put the spinner on right now. Okay, that one's in. Let's get everything plugged up, make sure everything works, which it should. Before I plug everything in, I'm gonna put a little dibble dabble of some dielectric on there. Little dibble dabble. Little dibble dabble, dibble dabble. Moment of truth. Let's hit the switch, see if anything happens. No salter. I think that wheel might be froze up a little bit, so I'm gonna give it a little. Oh yeah. Yeah, she was a little taunt. We'll have to make sure to give that a good shot of grease. There we go. It all works. Right on. I don't know if you guys know the story of why the old plow truck that I had a flatbed on it. When that was Victory's plow truck, these little eyelets that I'm strapping the salter to, those broke and the salter rolled out of the back of the truck, causing the bed of the truck to get crushed. So he had a flatbed installed onto it. Yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice this one. I hate using these straps anyways because they're like 30 miles long, and I don't know if I like, because that one's already starting to bend. So what I'm going to do is go to the top of the bed like that. I don't know if that's good either. Yeah, I want to switch that other one, because that other one, like I said, is starting to bend already, which is like just crazy to me. Yeah, I like that better. That's got some more, it's got more meat to it for sure. All right, here's the sad I do that so that way there when they're flapping around in the wind, they don't keep fraying and like fall apart, and then every year I gotta buy new straps. Another thing I gotta do, which ain't happening today, is gotta get some reverse lights. The only reverse lights that this truck has are the factory reverse lights. This one's disconnected right now, so just gotta be careful tomorrow if it does snow. All right guys, got the truck fluid filled, got the salter put on, got the plow put on. I probably just did all of this work today for no reason. The weatherman's probably gonna be wrong, but I'd rather not be caught with my pants down and have the equipment ready. The sad thing about all this today is the dually. I'm going to be taking the dually to a shop Monday morning or Monday afternoon, whatever works, and they're going to rebuild the front end on the truck. The front end's kind of loose. It's not bad, but this is my main plow truck. To me, it's worth having money stuck into a piece of equipment that's going to be continuing to make you money. So the little bit it's going to cost to get the front end rebuilt, that's no sweat off my back. But yeah, so I guess we'll stay in touch with you guys, let you know if it does snow. If it does snow, obviously we'll make another video. Sounds like it's going to be more of a salt run, but we'll see. They keep saying it's going to be kind of like a light fluffy snow. The light fluffy stuff, you could just go hammer it with salt and be done with it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But other than that, thanks for watching today. Glad you guys are enjoying the videos. Let's get back to let's get back into the swing of this and keep on going. Once again, I hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. I know I'm gonna go enjoy some more food tonight. But we'll catch you guys in the next one.